the easiest way to think about it is if you want to 10x your prices, you have to find a 10x value gap. So you'll still be doing the same thing, but it needs to be for somebody else who's in a different position, who has a different problem, that when you solve that problem, it's 10x that value, right? So if you want to charge 100 grand tomorrow, you need to find a way to get what you do to solve £1 million problem. And it might be adding a few things in, right? There's something I want to say here, because there's a really, really like common thing in business that everybody talks about. And they say the fastest way to raise your prices is when supply is less than demand. So you have less supply than you do demand. And that's just a very, very basic business economic graph that I'm sure everyone learned at A-level business studies, right? And so the way that everyone tries to fix that is by generating more leads, generating more interest. That totally works. It's just not easy. There's a cheat code for this. And this is what no one tells you. You could have zero demand and go and create an opportunity by understanding someone's problem and being able to articulate it in a way that somebody else hasn't done before, and they will part with 5 to 10 times the amount of money they've ever parted with for that same thing, because you articulated something that they weren't able to see or articulate previously, because everybody else has been staying surface level. So the reason why we've spent so much time on the shadow and all of this mindset stuff is because if you want people to part with large amounts of money, you're going to have to work through this stuff. So you can either do surface tactic, which is supply and demand, totally works. Daniel Priestley's book Oversubscribed is about exactly that. Totally works. Doesn't happen overnight. But if you want to go out tomorrow and get paid 50 grand, 100 grand for something and not have the demand, then you need to do this. And when I say this, what I mean is you need to go deep on the impact. You need to be brave enough to challenge. You need to be brave enough to ask the difficult questions, because the only way someone's going to part with that amount of money is if you ask them something or make them think about something that nobody else has ever made them think about before. That's the only way it's going to happen.